We done DVDs, we done games, but now it's time for vinyl. Now, vinyl, I'm not going to explain what vinyl is, but I'm just going to get on with it. So, these are my vinyl records, including both 45 and 33 RPM records. Don't know why I said RPM, just LPs and singles, because I don't have many. So I'll start it off with the Beatles' White Album. This is the 2016 stereo version, and I like it. It's got a big old gatefold. This was the first vinyl record I ever bought. Got nice actual records there. Elton John's Caribou. Now, I got this from a car boot for like £1. And I got it, honestly. I'm gonna be honest here. I got it because of the name Elton John, because of how cheap it was. I wouldn't have bought this online, and I wouldn't have bought this if this was by some random artist. But if you can't really see that, it's sort of like purple see-through. I don't know the name for it, and I can't find it. But hopefully it's something cool, and it's not just like bad material or something. I actually kind of like this album. I didn't even say anything about the White Album, did I? The White Album is the best Beatles album, in my opinion. Elton John's Caribou, it's quite nice. I listen to it while I'm doing my homework. It's quite relaxing. It's not too distracting. Neutral Milk Hotels on Avery Island. Skipped quite a lot. We've gone from E to N, but a lot of the artists I listen to seem to go like quite late in the alphabet, which is weird. I don't know what this is. It's not the original pressing, because I think the original had the red barriers with the name. I actually sort of prefer that version, but I don't care. This is fine enough. It says that on the inside thing, and then it's got all the song tracks, and then like all the band members' roles for the album. I really like this album, and actually I got this before I got In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. Now, the reason for that is because I already owned an In the Aeroplane Over the CD, and when I started collecting vinyl, I didn't really want to get the same album twice without getting On Avery Island, because I think they're both just as good as each other. Obviously, I do prefer this one, but it's not too far off. I think the only reason why I prefer this one is because it's more lyrically, like they're more linked, so it feels like an actual album rather than a collection of songs. But Avery Island works still as an album because of the way they're produced. It's not very good on the inside. It's got an okay sleeve, and then it's got this piece of paper on the inside, which is quite cool. It's got that on the CD as well. Yeah, it's got obviously download slip. Classic album. You need to get this in your collection if you haven't already, and even if you haven't listened to it, then do that, or buy the vinyl before you listen to it. You never know. And another record that I plan to get way more of by the artist is Nirvana's Nevermind. Now, the reason this is the only Nirvana vinyl I own, and I hope it's not going to stay like that for long. And the reason is because I have all Nirvana CDs except for Nevermind, because I wanted to get the vinyl of this, just because it was the first Nirvana album I ever heard, and I listened to it so much, and it just sort of like means a lot because I've listened to it for ages, and I just got it in a vinyl. I do admit that In Utero is better. I do prefer In Utero, but I just got Nevermind just simply because of I listened to it first, and it's just more meaningful to me. But yeah, it's an amazing album. I hope to get all four of their main all four of their main albums, 5 maybe. I hope to get In Utero also, Incesticide maybe, Bleach definitely, and most likely MTV Unplugged. Nirvana are they're just brilliant. I feel like people hate on them too much because they're quite popular, but they're amazing. So I'll do these two at the same time, just because of I got Dark Side of the Moon. I definitely want to. I don't actually want to take this out because it feels so nice. The actual the texture of it is just so nice. And I've got The Wall. Now, these are the only 2 Pink Floyd albums I have on vinyl, and I feel like definitely, and I mean this, the next 2 vinyls I will get, except for Van Weezer actually, that's coming in the mail, and it's been delayed by about a year. It's definitely Wish You Were Here in Animals, because they're just great. Maybe the only exception I think for not getting Wish You Were Here in Animals after this one is getting Pinkerton and the Blue album. They're just as good in my opinion. The Wall, I prefer The Wall musically, but I don't know, that they're really similar but also not at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it. I feel like Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon is maybe a bit better lyrically, but I think The Wall is better musically. But both are pretty much equal on both of those. I think Wish You Were Here is actually the most emotional album, and Animals is just their most epic album. I don't mean that as in like the Fortnite use of it. I mean like how many epics they have on it. Favorite Pink Floyd album is Wish You Were Here at the moment. Is OK Computer. Not OK actually. And Kid A. They've got such good inner sleeves and stuff. They've got really good armour. I'm not going to show it you because they're pretty heavy, and I don't really want to drop them because they mean a lot. I think OK Computer is my favourite, but I really think that In Rainbows is really good as well. The bends I want to get at on vinyl. The bends In Rainbows and Moonshaped Pool I'm probably going to get next, and then probably Amnesiac. I'm not really too bothered about the other albums, if I'm honest. I'll probably get In Rainbows first. I do like In Rainbows probably more than the Bends. The Bends is a bit too poppy in my opinion. Another artist that I want to get all the albums of, the Smiths. The Smiths are just great. They make really miserable music that's really poppy. The Queen Is Dead is just their most iconic, which means it was the cheapest out of all of them. I don't know, it's not particularly my favourite. I'd say my favourite, it's been my favourite for about a month, is the Smiths debut. I really like that. But at one point it was Meat Is Murder, then before that it was Queen Is Dead. It's never really been Strange Ways. I've never been a big fan of that. But I'm going to hopefully get 4 of their studio albums, and then Louder Than... No, I forgot what it's called. It's the one with the woman with the orange filter smoking. I think it's called Louder Than Bombs. But I'm definitely going to get that over Hatful of Hollow. The only reason I get Hatful of Hollow is because of How Soon Is Now and the John Peel songs. Those are really good, actually. Next is Tame Impala's Currents. Now, I didn't listen to this album, but I saw it at a car boot, and it was actually expensive compared to the other ones, because most of them are just like classical vinyl. Not classic rock, more like classic, like actual classical music. And I saw this, and it was like a £5, but they were being sold for about 20 quid. I didn't stand there and Google it, but like I saw it from a distance, and then I went back and googled it. And you know, it was really filthy. The grooves, they had like sand in them. I'm just like, how did you manage to get sand in vinyl? Like, did you take it to a picnic? I'm not a big fan of it. I think that it's good. I think that it was definitely worth a £5. I think it's just overrated. I think way too many people like it. There's a lot of songs on it I do like, and there's a lot of songs on it I don't even remember the names of, because it seems to have one particular sound, and it gets boring easily. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I'm gonna keep it, just because I think I still like to listen to it if I'm studying. It's still good. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy it. If you like that sort of music, then buy it. Just oh my god, how big is that? So next I've got a compilation album. It's a double LP, and it's just a bunch of songs that are like from the UK. There's some good ones on here. There's Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger, obviously. Stereophonics, The Bartender and the Thief. Primal Scream, Loaded. Stone Roses, Fool's Gold. That's actually pretty good, because I was going to get the Stone Roses debut vinyl, and that's not got that song on it, because it shouldn't have, because it's not part of the album. If you think that the Stone Roses debut has Fool's Gold in it, you should eat shit and die. Yeah. Buddy Holly... No, it's actually not UK. I thought it was. No, Buddy Holly by Weezer's on there, which really surprised me. Like, it was so out of place. And there's some others on there that I don't really remember which specific ones they were, but I really like, you know, sort of listening to it. It's a good party record, basically. I think that's what it was intended for. Right, this is my newest release. This is either the best or the worst thing I've ever bought on vinyl, and it's 100 gecs and the Tree of Clues. 1,000 gecs and the Tree of Clues. Sorry. It's a gatefold album, and it's on I've not got a clear sleeve with it, but it's a. Can't really show you that much. It's a peppermint, I think, vinyl. It's really good. No, it's not. No, I just sort of got it because I listened to the original 1,000 gecs album, and I was intrigued by it. I thought it was really weird, and I also thought it was like just stupid, catchy music that sort of knew it. And I wanted to buy it on vinyl, and then the new one came out, and I pre-ordered it, and then straight after they re-released 1,000 gecs on like dark smoky green vinyl, and that, in my opinion, that album is like 10 times better than this one. And I really want to get that. If they do eventually have it, I keep it in this bubble wrap thing because this is what it came in. Sonny Boy Williamson. Don't know what this is. I think it's some sort of blues person, and I kept it because on Discogs it's worth like a tenner. So I just sort of kept it. It's from my granddad. Yeah, it seems like pretty worth it. Oh yeah, do you like my DIY sleeve? Probably don't. It's not really is it? Freddie Mercury's In My Defence, the only single I have, which is in a custom sleeve. Not many singles I've seen have that, apart from the ones you can like buy new and like really good condition ones. And then I've got, you can't see it, but just promise me it is there. Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys, B-side, God Only Knows. I love that song. I'm so glad that I found that. It's a really good 45. It's a really good 45. Yeah, that's been my vinyl collection. Okay, goodbye.